DJI right here and the GoPro Hero 13. Hey, how you doing? Sunday morning here in Roger's Hot Rod Garage, and check this out. I've got this camera right here I'm going to show you. Let me get this right. This is the new, for me it's new, the DJI Action 5 Pro. Now this is what Roger and Roger's Hot Rod Garage has switched to after probably 10, if not 15 years of using the GoPro series of cameras. Now that's just what I pulled out the drawer upstairs. Nothing wrong with these cameras, but I think they've lost their technological and innovative edge over the last 4 or 5 years. That's just competition or capitalism, if you will. And here's a couple of reasons why. When I push the button on, say, this 13 right here, I want to instantaneously film, because some guy's doing a burnout. Somebody's going like, hey, watch this, and I want to film it. This sucker right here, watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds to start recording. You just saw that live, okay? 4 seconds. Now, the DJI that I'm filming with right now, I'm not going to cut it off because I'm actually filming with it right now. Literally, you push the button, it starts buffering up, collects the content that you're videoing right now on the processor, and then later, well not later, but 4 or 5 seconds later, we'll start pushing it onto the SD card or internal storage. Very important, internal storage. This thing right here, I'm still filming, does not have internal storage. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Did you see how long it took that camera to cut off? In the meantime, you can push the button again and start recording again, but I want a clean break from one video to the other. So there's another reason I switched to DJI. The low light night capability on the camera I'm talking to you right now, the DJI Action 5, 10 times better. It looks like you're filming in the daytime compared with the Hero 13. I just don't like the low light capability. It looks like you're filming in the dark, and this camera I'm talking right now, the DJI Action 5, is just a better low light camera. The software is better. Both of them have remote access, so you can load something on your phone right here, and your phone will actually, you can push a button and you can take the camera, which I'm pointing here right here, or this one too. This one does the same thing, and you can remotely activate it. That way you don't have to get outside the car and climb on the hood when you're filming yourself inside the car going down the road, for example. And a couple of other things. I mean, this, again, has internal storage. So that means if you're out there and your SD card is full and you're in the middle of an event doing drag races or something, or you're cruising the coast, Daytona Beach, or a Moultrie swap meet, you don't have to go like, oh, I got to go buy an SD card, or have an SD card with you. You can go like, okay, my backup plan is to use internal storage, which is 64 gigabytes on this camera I'm talking to you right now. So there's a backup plan for that one too. That's basically the main differences right now. I want instantaneous recording, which the camera I'm talking to you right now does, the DJI. This one takes up to 4 seconds, so you miss the burnout or the watch this or the Osprey in Cape Coral, Florida coming down and grabbing the snake next to the side of the road. I missed that. You saw the tail end of it because the camera's a little bit too slow. So what I'm telling you here, I think GoPros are still good cameras. For what I'm using them for, don't scratch the itch anymore, if you know what I mean. They just lost the edge, and again, that's just competition. So maybe in 4 or 5 years, DJI will sink back down and GoPro will take the lead. But they were the action camera leader in the world. I personally don't think they are anymore. And just so you know, DJI did not send me a free camera here, but I've switched over right now, and I've loved it ever since I switched over. Even the front I'm talking to you right now, you see this right here? You can access a touch screen. The back screen is actually a lot larger as well too. I'm looking at the camera over here. So there's just a whole bunch of pluses. Price is about the same. I think these things are about $350, $380 right now, which is about what I paid for the DJI Action 5. But look, I'm going to stop yapping right now and get back to what I like doing. A thumbs up, including the little GoFundMe site for my thumb being almost amputated. It wasn't amputated off, but I cut the bejesus out of it a couple of days ago. The actual cut and blood doesn't bother me. It's the inconvenience of not being able to use that little articulating thumb right here and touch the little small parts. Anyway, let me get back down to the garage. What I will show you on the tail end of this video is my CapCut video editing program that I use here. It's just the way I cut these videos back and forth, and frankly, I think I've gotten pretty decent at it. And the other thing is, I use AI Music Factory. Again, it's an online program. It's artificial intelligence. The Germans say KI, künstliche Intelligenz. And I don't write music. I can't play a lick or note or anything on a guitar, piano, or anything else. But what I can do is go through my videos as I'm editing them, come up with a couple of notes, write them down, and then take those notes and come up with a poem or a song or some lyrics, pump them into the generator, and it spits out a country song, a rock and roll song, rhythm and blues, whatever you tell it to do. So it's scary in a way, but it's also cool because now you can hear music in the background when I'm doing my videos here at Roger's Hot Rod Garage. Old codger like myself, I still deal with a little bit of technology. That's what I did for a long time in the military and also as a government service employee for a total of 43 years, combined, aggregated, including active duty. But this is what I like to do right now. And again, I've been retired now for about 5 months. Bottom line on this thing, I'm moving away from GoPro because I don't think they are the cat's meow anymore. And I moved over to the camera, which is the one I'm going to show you in my mirror right here. The DJI Action 5 Pro from Roger's Hot Rod Garage. Not endorsing it, that's just my personal opinion. They're about the same price. And this thing is just a clicking away right now. All right, hey, the Hero 13. Yep, low light capability, not that good. No internal storage. The battery is good for about an hour, hour and 10 minutes, depending on what you're filming at. This is the Hero 10. I did a firmware update on this like a year and a half ago, and it basically crapped out. I tried to revert back by formatting it and putting the SD card in with the old. It just stopped working, doesn't work anymore. This one right here, also a 10, just basically stopped working. I changed the battery out on everything else, and obviously old technology. I think this is a Hero 7 if I'm not quite sure, but yeah, this one did good by me on standards. But look, moving away from GoPro and moving over to DJI Action Series cameras. DJI right here and the GoPro Hero 13 right here. My choice is the Action 5 Pro for a whole bunch of reasons. Internal storage, longer battery life, better display on the back, wider screen. The software is a little bit nicer. The software and graphics are a lot better on the DJI camera. And again, I've said this a whole bunch of times. I think GoPro, kind of like the ship has sailed with those guys. They just missed a couple of opportunities to keep up with technology. And the low light capability on the Action 5 is a lot better. And what my main point is the instantaneous recording of this camera right here compared with the Hero 13. This one, 4 seconds. The DJI camera, you push the button, snap a finger, it immediately starts recording and then buffers a little bit later on, a couple of seconds later, and then it starts pushing it onto the SD card or internal storage. All right. Roger's got the foo-foo cappuccino machine here, but look, let me show you something here. Now, if you don't want to see this, makes me know never mind, but look, I'm going to open up my program right here. I use this thing called CapCut, and going to click on it, open it up, and this is CapCut right here. Again, this is my video editing program, so you want to create a project, click on here, it opens it up, and basically here's your main screen. Here's where you get import stuff, and then you've got all kinds of tools down here, and your video timeline will actually be right down here. Let me show you an example. So import, you basically go here on your computer and you go find yourself a video. It can pull it directly off of the camera, your action camera too. And now, there it is. And I'm just gonna plus it, and Shazam, it appears right down here on your screen, and that line I'm moving back and forth is actually the timeline. And I'll just give you an example right here. If I want to click the video, see it moving back and forth right here? There's a truck video that I had, and I can add music to it. Now, for example, if I want to add music, I go right back here to import. And then now, I want to go here for I think it's on my desktop. I want to go to Roger. And then I've got one of these folders in here where I've got my AI music. And then I just pick a song here and click on it, and there it is right there. And I can import that track as music right down here. And for example, now if I hit the play button, which is right here, that music will play. And I can add that into, that's me talking over top, but there's just so many things to do. Now I'm not going to show you how to actually do your, how you actually do all your video editing program. You'll figure it out. It's pretty intuitive. And again, I consider myself slightly tech savvy here. I'm not like the genius tech savvy some of those other YouTubers are, but I can film, I can edit, I can add music to it, and I can professionally upload it to YouTube, which is not that difficult. But look, it's a simple program. Now, if you want to increase your timeline down here, you go right there. See this little slider bar right here? And you move it over, and it basically goes from your timeline here, and that way you can finite tune it here. For example, if you want to go from right here, on this part of the video right here, and you want to edit or erase everything prior to that, you hit this little icon right here. See this one right here that's got a blank, and it takes it out. Now if you just want to F up and you just screwed that up and you want to put it back, you hit the reverse button just like on any Word document, and it comes back onto the screen. But anyway, that's it. And what you do right here is when I load the camera up, all of my videos from the GoPro that I'm filming you with right now, sorry, the GoPro, I keep saying that, the DJI Action 5 Pro right here actually loads up here. I can have 50 videos in here, and I pick them and drag them down here, or I can hit the little plus bar. You see the little plus bar right there? You hit the little plus bar, and it brings it down here until your video timeline. Then when you're done with everything and you've added, for example, your text, you want to go to text templates, for example, right there, and it'll load all of those cool little gadget text templates in there. For example, subscribe. I'm going to click this one. It'll download a small version of that. You hit the plus button, and wherever your timeline is at, it dropped it right here. You see that? Now when I hit my play button right here, it's going to come up here and pop up here and actually show you that timeline where it says subscribe. Now if you want to change that, you can actually come over here and see where it says the word subscribe. You go highlight that, and then you can type in there anything you want to, like I'm the best, or look at the hair growing on my head, for example. But anyway, that's how simple that is. And I say it's simple. It's when I say simple, it's intuitive. You have to play with it, just like anything else. Once you try it a couple times, you're gonna be good at it. So I'm playing the video in the background right now. I'll hit the pause button again, and you say you want to add location. You click that right there. You see the plus button. My timeline is right there. I'm going to drop that in there. I'm going to slide that larger, move the timeline on top of it, and watch it. It's going to pop in here. And then you've got that particular text edited right there. So pretty simple process. The only other thing I'd like to show you is the export function right up there. When you want to get ready to take this and export it, it takes all the material, because this is just a sampling. That's how come this program is so good, because it doesn't suck up all the video, because you'd have to have all kinds of video graphic cards and computing power. It just takes a sample of the movies, the MP4s that you have on there, and now once you do the export right here, you save it to whatever file you want to, 4K. I'm going to do 30 feet per second, or frames per second, and then I'm going to export. And once you export it, it's going to drop it in whatever file you've got. Now I've got a certain place I keep all my video editing files, and again, I don't keep raw data anymore, because I used to do that. It just takes gigabytes and terabytes of storage space up. What I do is I actually just keep the actual footage of the final product before I upload it to YouTube. And that's basically, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to cancel. I'm going to get out of here. And the only other thing I'm going to show you here is I'm going to go to the internet, and I'm gonna go up here to my AI music generator, let that open up. And as soon as that opens up, I come to my portal. Now I do a subscription to this, but I tell you what, it is so cool. And if I go here, this is the last song I wrote sitting on my John Deere 400. I just take the text and drop it in here. Or if I go to AI music generator, again, this is my particular one. Let's go to that Daytona Beach Turkey Run car show, blah, blah, blah. And you go down here and you say generate. The only thing I'm telling AI to do is deep voice singing, slow country, baritone, male voice. You write all this description in here and it goes out there and figures it out for you. So, and then you just hit generate and then you come back to my music. And here are all the songs. It even creates a little album for you, album cover, and if you want to. And I don't know, let me click this one right here and just play it for you. There it is right there. And here we go. So that's it. Love it or hate it, AI music or Kai music. Or I can have rock and roll singer in there. Anyway, like, subscribe, and share if you like this content. If not, it really doesn't make me no difference. I'm just having a good time, having fun doing this. But that's how I film my videos, how I edit my videos. DJI Action Pro 5 is the camera that I switched to the one I'm talking to you on right now. And that's basically it, little KI music. I'm just having a great time moving 5 months into retirement, and tomorrow this old codger turns 61 years old. Still using the technology though.
Cruising across the USA in my 59 Chevrolet, and just taking it easy day by day.